All right, so we are live on TikTok and live on YouTube along with Facebook here tonight. This is Weather After Dark, and if you're wondering what in the world is Weather After Dark, well, it's just a time where you get to talk to the weatherman, and I get to talk to you. We talk a little bit about weather, but a lot of it's just kind of just rambling on about whatever. So I hope that you had a great. What is today? Tuesday. Hope you had a great Tuesday. Mine was busy as usual. Tomorrow, hard to believe, man. We are what 1 week away from Christmas. So if you haven't gotten your Christmas shopping done yet, and I have not gotten all of mine, almost just a little bit more, then yeah, you got 1 week to go. So if you do stop by, make sure to say hello. What's up, Corey? How you doing there, Tina? Um, so for those of you on TikTok, we are in Wichita Falls, Texas. We try to do this most nights, so Monday through Friday. There are some nights we don't do it, but we do try. And sometimes I have guests here with me. Sometimes Cameron's with me here, but it's just me by myself for right now. What's up, Drew? So I'm just doing it because Cameron is off this week. He's on vacation still. He's in Kentucky, and I'm here in good old Wichita Falls, Texas. So Moline Smock on Facebook says she's food planning now. So next week, and maybe it's this week, maybe even this weekend. I don't know. I'm not sure when it is. But for those of us in Wichita Falls and in Texas, that is, United will put their prime ribs on sale, and they're as good of a buy as you'll ever get. In fact, I try to save up and get 3 or 4 if I can. You know, they limit 1 per customer per trip. So I try to get as many as I can because, I mean, you just don't find prime rib like this cheap. I mean, you can get a whole prime rib, and I'm talking about a decent size one for $30. One that would otherwise be $100. It is a very good. It's the best sell of the entire year, United and United Market Streets. So, and I usually cook the prime rib on Christmas. So that's what we do. So I'm trying to think what's going on here. What is going on in your world right now? What's going on in my world? Of course, I'm just working. That's all I ever do. Weather right now is very, very quiet. Not a whole lot going on in the world of weather. Very, very blah weather pattern that we're in now. Looks like there could be a couple little storm systems maybe around the time of Christmas, but nothing major as far as winter weather goes. In fact, there could be even a little severe weather in parts of the country around Christmas if things come together. I'm not saying that to be in Texas, but there could be in some parts of the southern U.S., so we'll see. Corey said, what happened to Jaden's morning trivias? I think he still does them. When I come in when I come into work every day, that's still up on the computer here, so I think they do them. I'm not 100% certain, but I think so. That's a Jaden thing. That's not a Ken thing. So I don't know for sure how they do all that. But anyway, hey, there's Daisy Dogs. I'm glad you're joining us here from I think Daisy Dogs. I think you live in Cleveland, Ohio. So good to have you on here. So I guess I'll be on vacation myself starting on Christmas Day, and I'll be there. I'll be off until after New Year's. So that's what I've got going on here. So I'm trying to think of just some stuff, random stuff to talk about here tonight. You know me, I usually don't have a loss for words. I usually have lots to talk about. But there's not really anything that's just super interesting going on right now. It's been real quiet weather-wise. We had the spaceships, the drones to talk about. I think that's still a thing. I don't think anybody, I don't think that the government has really said exactly what they are. I think they've kind of steered around it some, but it seems to me like they're not being, 100% upfront about exactly what they are, because you don't just all of a sudden have that many drones appearing over some of the same areas. Well, it's not just the same areas, it's all over the place. I mean, if it were an enthusiast or a hobbyist, I could understand, seeing some here and there, but not like this. This is crazy. And some people are seeing, these drones way up high in the atmosphere too. I saw some from an airplane tonight on X, And what are these little plasma-looking ball things that some of these video cameras have captured? Is that something that that the camera is just doing some tricks, or is that actually something that's legit there? I don't know. So yeah, and coming out of the water, a lot of things, a lot of things. So a lot of things to to speculate on and to be to be curious of. Um. So yeah, that's what we're talking about now, Robert, is the drones, how they're all over. I haven't seen any personally. I haven't seen any myself personally. I thought about the other night I have a drone I bought about a year ago. It's just a little cheap drone. Thought about getting it out the other night and flying it over Lakeside City to see if I got any reports of, oh, there's a drone there. Just to be funny. But anyway. But I don't know. Some people probably wouldn't think that was funny. So there is Cameron. Weatherman Cam is here in the chat room, at least. He's not on with us, but he's in the chat room. So Cameron is in Lexington, Kentucky. And there's our local weather watcher, Eric Pridemore. It is now 63 degrees in Colbert on the Oklahoma side of the Red River. He says that every single night. As Christmas is on its way. Next week, like we've heard, Rachel Coleman singing her singing time Christmas song. Christmas is a real depressing time around my house, in my opinion. I talked about this last night. My wife doesn't do anything for Christmas. She doesn't like Christmas much. She doesn't decorate. She used to decorate a lot, but since the kids kind of moved out, it's just me and her in there. She doesn't decorate much. She doesn't, go buy a lot of presents. There's, we don't have presents underneath the tree. It's a real blah time. It's very depressing. I've never been one that's been a huge Christmas person, but I do like the season and I do like the decorations and all that kind of stuff. And my house is just blah. Of course, this year I've got so much going on. It's probably okay to be a little blah, but man, growing up, my mom always did a really good job of decorating the house, and it always just felt great to feel like Christmas. But this year, and maybe it's the weather, I don't know, because the weather we've just not had any cold weather hardly. And maybe it's the weather, but I just don't. It just doesn't feel like Christmas at all to me this year. I mean, not even a little bit. Usually, I can get into the spirit some, but this year I have absolutely zero Christmas spirit at all, none. Like I say, I mean, it was hot all the way through Halloween. It really feels like we never even had the fall seasons. It really feels like we never even had a Halloween. It feels like Thanksgiving should just be around the corner. It doesn't feel like Christmas at all. Like I say, it is not cold at all here. And I think many parts of the country probably feel the same way. So Cameron says, Ken, I'll gladly act like a little kid, show up your house Christmas morning, and open the gift Santa drops off for me. I mean, you're probably going to be pretty disappointed because I don't think there's going to be any gifts at my house from Santa on Christmas morning. So, matter of fact, my kids will be, they're going with their mother. I think they're leaving Thursday. They're going to that side of the family. That side of their family. They're doing that before Christmas, and then they'll meet me at my parents' house on the day after Christmas. So, will tomorrow be bad for Memphis? I don't think so. I don't know. Is there a severe risk over there? I'm not sure if there is or not, but I do foresee anyway, maybe a little bit of there'll be some thunderstorms over your way, but nothing major. I do foresee perhaps a little active period around Christmas where there could be some thunderstorms across the country. Cameron says, is it a bad time to ask Santa for a drone? That's a good question. That's a good question. With all these drone sightings, I would think so. Merry Christmas, Ted. Merry Christmas. So we did do one. There's that one house off of Taft that through all house with lights, has old fantasy lights in the yard, old cars, pretty cool. Yeah, I think that I actually posted on my Facebook and TikTok page too. You're driving along there and you come up on the Candyland house here in Wichita Falls, which is lit up. It is. I think it won on ABC, maybe their Christmas light show last year. I think it won best light of the year. So pretty cool. And then, the house next to it, that they're decorated up nicely too, but it's just overshadowed by all the lights next door. So Um, I was going to talk about something, but Corey said he asked Santa for a wife. Maybe Cameron should do that too. Maybe Cameron should ask for, for a wife, maybe. I don't know. I actually had something I was going to talk about. It came across my head. It came into my brain. What's up, Linda Spin? And now I have forgotten about it. What was it? We were talking about Christmas. We were talking about, oh yeah. So I did and we'll have to do this pretty quick. I did a little survey on my page about top 5 favorite Christmas movies. Had very low interaction on it, which I'm surprised, as we usually get a lot of interaction on Facebook with that. But my top 5 Christmas movies would be number 5. Let's start with the top. All right, my number 1 is going to be Christmas Vacation. I mean, when it's on, I'm going to watch it. Yeah, I'm kind of getting tired of watching it this Christmas. I've seen it so much, but it always is funny. Then I would say number 2 is going to be A Christmas Story. I watched that last night. That never gets old. I can almost recite all the lines to it. I'm going to go to number 3 with Elf with Will Ferrell. Elf is number 3. Number 4 is going to have to be Home Alone 1 and 2. And then number 5 will be The Grinch with Jim Carrey. Of course, honorable mention just outside of the top 5 would be Rudolph and Frosty. When you're a kid, Rudolph and Frosty comes on, you're excited. Die Hard. Die Hard is great, but it's not a traditional Christmas movie, but I still like it there. And I'm sure there's some others, and I just don't remember what they were now. But those were my. Oh yeah, Bad Santa. That's a pretty funny one. If you ever seen that, Bad Santa with what's his name? What's that guy? What's that guy's name? Billy Bob Thornton. So yes, that's one of my favorites too. It's one of those lesser ones. What's up, Judy? But lesser talked about ones. But it is really funny. So you have a very blessed and Merry Christmas too, Denise. And all you guys on TikTok, all 6 of you, you have a very Merry Christmas. And if you're Jewish, Happy Hanukkah to you. Yeah, I'm on here some, Suzanne. I'm trying to do both TikTok and Facebook and YouTube now. Trying to do all of them here. So, maybe after the first of the year, Cameron and I may try to do a little bit more. So we might try to do that. But Planes, Trains, and Automobiles is another good one that's not talked about much. But that's a good one too. I went with my son to eat pho corner or pho Viet or something like that tonight. I mean, it was pho, and not my thing. It's a ramen, the ramen noodle pho, whatever it's called, but it just wasn't my thing really. Yeah, Four Christmases is pretty good with isn't that the one with Vince Vaughn in it? But the ones I listed are pretty much everybody's top favorites. Of course, when you were a kid and you knew Rudolph was coming on that night, this is when I was a little kid. You got your bath early. You got your shower early that night, and you were making sure you were sitting in front of that TV set when it came on at 7:00. It would always have this little thing that had this little special. It was this little thing before it came on. It would see this billboard type thing that would show special, and you'd be like, oh, here it comes. And then here's Rudolph. And then it would follow by with Frosty. And you'd just be so excited. It just gets you all pumped up. But you got your homework done, you ate dinner, you got your bath, and you were ready for it to come on. And it just made you just that much more anxious for Santa to come. But that's what every kid lived for, was Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer when I was a kid. So when I do watch it, it kind of gives me some warm, fuzzy feelings inside of the of what was once. Bumble's Bounce. I've never seen that before, so I don't know what that is. Yeah, no, the Muppet Christmas Carol is a good one. That's always one that's pretty good. Yeah. I always liked Disney's Christmas Carol too. I thought that was a pretty good one. When I was a kid, I thought it was scary. No, I hadn't wrapped any presents. They're all sitting in the room in there. I don't have many presents to wrap, but none of them are wrapped. They're just sitting in a box. I mean, what am I gonna get? What am I gonna do? Put them underneath my tree so my dogs can all tear them up? I've got lights on my tree. I don't even have decorations. I have lights on my tree. So my wife wanted. She didn't want any decorations. I was like, all right. So it's just lights and that's it. There is zero Christmas spirit around my house. Zero. I have none this year. Zero zilch. When you watch Elf and Santa's Sleigh is going down to zero because Christmas spirit is dead. Well, at my house, the meter is all the way to zero. There's zero Christmas spirit in my house. Zero. And it's not much better, anywhere for me. I just don't have it at all. I mean, I enjoy the lights and all, but I just haven't gotten into the Christmas spirit this year. It just has not felt like Christmas at all to me. And I don't since my kids have grown up, just I don't know. I just don't have that spirit at all anymore. So it's sad because, like I said, as a kid, I loved Christmas, but now I'm just like, eh. All right, guys. Well, I've got to go. I got to get ready for the newscast. So I'm going to jump off here. But thanks for joining me for Weather After Dark on Facebook, YouTube, and now TikTok as well. I'll see y'all tomorrow night.